I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my 50. Ex slick then hit with the back then used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Start! Black 80!
Not today, you are. Not today.
Double bump.
48.
Black, what's that?
I don't even know why this team showed up.
James Johnson. It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Black 20. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
They gonna need some therapy.
Black, get that.
Come on, baby. A gain of 10 yards. That's another Steelers first down.
Black 80.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, alert 48. Alert 48 right now. Let's go. Get that quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line.
James Conner, the ball carrier. Pernell McPhee on the tackle.
Nowhere.
Brought down back at the
Absolutely
43-yard
nowhere.
line.
Ready? 230.
Mike, 48.
Check right, check right.
Monday. No foul.
48.
Blue, first down.
Roethlisberger's pass. Incomplete. Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster.
Start. Black 80.
Recovered.
Check 48 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Black, what's that?
Roethlisberger's pass. Intercepted by the Ravens. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. You remember me. You remember me. Let's go, baby.
Jackson's pass. Complete to Willie Snead. A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
Here we go. Woodrow Booker. Touchdown.
Mark Ingram, the Ravens ball carrier. Terrell Edmonds on the tackle. A gain of 11 brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line. Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point. His kick is good. Makes the score Ravens 7, Steelers nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Blue 30.
48, Mike. So we got man.
Black, one back.
Let's go, baby.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
180.
That's good for us Steelers.
Let's go. Cut.
Black,
At the 46-yard line. James Conner on the carry.
Anything moves, we hit it.
Pernell McPhee
Anything
on the
moves, we
tackle.
hit it.
Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
That 180. 8. Black, turn.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mike 50. I'm coming.
Number 8, Lamar Jackson on the keeper. Demario Davis on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 29-yard line. Mark Ingram, the ball carrier. Stephon Tuitt on the stop. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down. Cameron Wheeler.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a set. Come on,
Sam Cook on the punt for the Ravens. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
That! Black 20.
You're not ready. Check.
Solid, 5 down.
Check.
Wide check.
Ben Roethlisberger is sacked. A loss of a yard.
Black 20.
Brings up second and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Black, one back.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Here we go. 180.
And the Steelers first down.
Black,
At the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Tell the ending. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Run it. Screen.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Let's go. Now the wolf. Get the ball. Back up. Right.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Let's go now. Here we go. Do. Go. Run.
Jackson on the keeper. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Put it up. Huh?
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point. Keeps the score. Ravens 13, Steelers 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore. Ryan Switzer on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hey, all right now. Black 30.
48 right now. Let's go.
I got you, punk.
Roethlisberger's pass, incomplete. Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
Black 5.
Crunch time, defense.
Blue, black 5.
Number 30, James Conner, the ball carrier.
Black 80.
57's the mic. Watch
It's a
57.
gain of 5.
Get that ball.
Brings up
Get that
3rd
ball.
and 8. Roethlisberger's pass, incomplete. Intended for Nick Bennett. Coverage there by Earl Thomas. Jordan Berry to punt for the Steelers. The Ravens take over.
Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence. Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The tackle made by Mario Davis. 2 yards.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They go play action now. Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will get it at their own 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. Tackle made there by Chris Wormley.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And some room to work. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That good for 19 and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well. They weren't real happy.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now it's Jackson.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Jackson now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket, and he's going to keep it here. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
Ready? Check. 22, check. Cover. 22, check. Here we go.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, this one complete to Ingram. And we're good. To get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. So we come upon halftime with a tie score, 13-all, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Ingram again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
2 yards. First down, Ravens.
Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They run. It's Mark Ingram. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just...
And he is into the end zone down for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they needed...
And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Check it out, read.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Forced out, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Single receiver, single receiver. 22, 44. Single receiver.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Alert, alert!
48, 48.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to launch it for Washington. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no. They went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Ingram. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On 2nd and 12, Jackson flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
44. 48 Mike. 48 Mike.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Edmonds. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 31-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Jackson going to throw again. And an alley to run. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing, and keep in mind 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson throwing again. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Jackson now. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And now it's third down.
Black 5.
Blue down, blue down.
These two. Alert.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
48.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
50.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here's Conner on first down going nowhere as he's going to be stacked up behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Jack 16.
On second and 11 now. Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
At the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
For
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
You better be afraid of me.
Ben leaves to counter on the draw. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. And the Titans really stretching things out now as they've scored again. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. And what is going on here? I've got 3rd down. Screen shows 3rd down, but they've got the punt team out there. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Stephon Tuitt in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.